Hello! For our Management 475 leadership presentation, we chose country music superstar and businesswoman, Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton was born on January 19, 1946, in the small town of Locust Ridge, Tennessee. The fourth of 12 children, she came from humble beginnings. After getting her start singing with family and in church, Parton moved to Nashville, Tennessee after graduating from high school. She quickly gained popularity on the country music scene, recording with Porter Wagoner, before crossing over to the top 40 charts in the early 1980s. Because of her keen understanding of the music business, Parton retained ownership of much of her music catalog, earning royalties on her most popular songs to this day. Parton is quoted as saying, "As soon as I could, I started my own publishing company, got my own record label. I think it's important, if you can, to keep all your goods close to home, where you can control them and know what's happening with them." Parton is a member of an elite group of individuals who have been awarded an EGOT, an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award. In 2004, the U.S. Library of Congress gave her the prestigious Living Legend Award. Dolly Parton is not only a successful singer-songwriter, but she is also a philanthropist, a businesswoman, and an excellent leader. Dolly Parton may be a savvy businesswoman, worth over $350 million in 2021 according to Forbes, but she is also a philanthropist. Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, which was created as a tribute to her father, who could not read or write, sends over 10 million books annually to children all over the world. Parton's $1 million donation to Vanderbilt University in 2020 helped fund the research that led to the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. She has established scholarships for students in Tennessee and around the world, provided financial assistance to families who lost their homes in the 2016 fires that devastated the Great Smoky Mountains, and raised funding to build new hospitals in her home state of Tennessee. In 1986, Dolly Parton purchased a struggling amusement park in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, thus beginning her Dollywood empire. The Dollywood Company manages the Dollywood Theme Park, Dollywood's Splash Country, Dollywood Cabins, and Dollywood's Dream More Resort and Spa. In 2019, she added the dinner shows Dolly Parton Stampede and Pirate's Voyage. Dollywood attracts over 2 million visitors annually. In 2019, Parton signed a global licensing agreement with talent agency IMG to further expand her brand. She penned a deal with Netflix to create an anthology series based on a selection of her most popular songs. In 2022, she co-wrote a book with James Patterson called Run, Rose, Run, which she also created a companion album for and will be starring in the movie adaptation. Dolly Parton's leadership style is a combination of servant leadership, transformational leadership, and charismatic leadership. A servant leader's primary goal, as the name suggests, is to serve those who they lead. A testament to her servant leadership style, Parton's philanthropic efforts largely support those in her community and the people she works with. Some examples of Dolly Parton's philanthropic endeavors include her Imagination Library, in which books are mailed to children free of charge, regardless of income, and the Smoky Mountains Rise Telethon, which raised more than $12.5 million for victims of the 2016 Tennessee fires. Transformational leadership is concerned with advancing those you lead and helping them to reach their fullest potential. In 2022, Parton announced that all employees at her Dollywood companies would have 100% of their college tuition paid for. According to James McGregor Burns, who first introduced the concept of transformational leadership in 1978, transformational leadership is a concept in which leaders and followers help each other to advance to a higher level of morale and motivation. Even when employees have to be let go from any of her businesses, she's always sincere and ensures she always feels compassion for their circumstance. Given her natural charismatic nature, it is easy to see why Dolly Parton could also be characterized as a charismatic leader. Parton is quoted as saying, "If your actions create a legacy that inspires others to dream more, learn more, do more, become more, then you are an excellent leader." Emotional intelligence, or one's ability to do such things as understanding one's feelings, having empathy for others, and regulating one's emotions to enhance one's quality of life, is measured by 4 key domains: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. Dolly Parton exhibits a high sense of self-awareness. She knows her strengths and her value in life. Parton is quoted as saying, "I'm not offended by dumb blonde jokes because I know that I'm not dumb." This is an example of her high self-esteem, which helps establish a good framework for effective leadership. Self-management is defined as the ability to control one's emotions while acting with honesty and integrity. Dolly Parton's self-management skills, specifically her adaptability and positive outlook, made it possible for Parton to pursue a solo career apart from Porter Wagner, who she performed with early in her career. She wrote the song "I Will Always Love You" for Wagner as a goodbye. In an interview with Billboard, Parton shared that when she gets mad, she does not lose her temper, although she may throw a bad word out there to make her point. She states that she enjoys peace and harmony. Given the high pressures of her position, this ability enables her to lead effectively and logically. Social awareness is characterized by having empathy for others and an understanding of organizational problems. As previously mentioned, Parton recently made the decision to pay 100% of the college tuition for Dollywood employees who work full-time, part-time, and seasonally. Literacy and education are important to Parton, as also evidenced by her creation of the Imagination Library. A spokesperson for Dollywood Company stated, "She's very supportive of the employees learning and continuing to grow themselves." Parton's understanding and acknowledgement of the issues that impact her employees helps her to lead them while also helping them to grow. Finally, Parton's charismatic personality and enthusiasm lend themselves nicely to her relationship management. When asked by Billboard, as a Southern woman, "How do you speak your mind and take care of business but remain likable?" she responded, "I'm open and I'm honest. I don't dilly-dally, and if there's something going on, I just say it." Personality traits of an effective leader include authenticity and humility. Recently, Dolly Parton was nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame based on her historic career as a singer-songwriter. She turned down the nomination and stated, "Even though I am extremely flattered to be nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I don't feel that I have earned the right. I do hope that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame will understand and be willing to consider me again if I'm ever worthy." Parton's humility is displayed with her comment about being worthy of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, even though she has been considered the Queen of Country Music for over 60 years. Throughout her career, Parton has had no problem being true to herself and having strong stances and opinions. Her ability to stay authentic and genuine has allowed her to influence individuals who look up to her. She has been outspoken about issues that she believes in, including equal pay for women and LGBTQ rights, and utilizes her massive platform to get her message across. She was named one of Interact Studios' Authentic People of 2020 for her philanthropy, her unwavering commitment to her passions and beliefs, and her ability to influence the people around her. Throughout her career, Dolly Parton has displayed qualities that correspond with a transformational and charismatic leadership style. These qualities include inclusiveness, humility, honesty, and passion. Her success as a leader can be credited to her leadership style in addition to her emotional intelligence. Her effectiveness as a transformational leader is displayed through her business ventures and humanitarian work. She is a visionary that is also relatable and creates a positive environment for her community. She has successfully operated a multi-million-dollar organization with thousands of local employees and established a brand well known around the world. She has utilized this fame and her high public profile as leverage to help bring awareness to causes that she believes in. Parton leads by example and takes action, which was the case following the fires that devastated the Great Smoky Mountains in 2016. She encouraged people to visit Tennessee following the fires to generate more revenue for the state in an attempt to help with recovery efforts. Through these acts of leadership, Parton effectively helped the state of Tennessee break all tourism records and generate a $1.3 billion in revenue. Parton also donated $3 million of her own money to help victims affected by the fires. Her leadership influence in her community has resulted in the Dolly Parton Excellence in Leadership Award in the state of Tennessee. On behalf of our group, I would like to say thank you for your time.